We hope you enjoy the game. Let's watch it together. Here's Dick now. Dick?
Thank you. The toss and the tap is won by Pounds. Pounds fires for the first try and a miss. Bernie Harris. His rebound and pass deflected by Otto Moore, recovered by Moore to Pounds. Pounds with a fake, back to Moore. Inside to Pounds again. Pounds is triple teamed, out again to Moore. Pass goes to Torrente. Martirez fires and misses. And the ball bounces over to Dionisio. Joy Dionisio in the front court, under the basket pass. Adornado makes it with a foul by Jess Miguelbin. First play, and it'll be a three-point play for Boggs Adornado. Starting out for CRISPA tonight, we have Joy Dionisio, Tito Varela, Boggs Adornado, and of course, Chapman, that's Irv Chapman, and CRISPA's replacement for Cyrus Mann only for this third conference, Bernard Harris, formerly of the Tanduay Esquires. Adornado misses on his three-point try. 2-0 for the walk tall Gene Makers with 35 seconds gone by in this first period. Larry Pounds in possession. First playing day of the third conference of the Philippine Basketball Association. Final conference of the season. Moore fires and misses. Good boxing out by Varela, but he was spotted for the foul, a loose ball foul by Tito Varela on Jess Miguelbin.
That is really boxing out.
So it'll be two charities? No, it'll be a front court throw-in on that loose ball foul. Torrente with a pass going to Moore. Moore watched by Harris. And we've got a loose ball recovered by Pounds. Pounds crowded by Chapman. Moore gets a pass. There's a switch off under the basket, fumble by Torrente. The ball moves out and goes out for CRISPA.
Impressive defense put up by CRISPA at this stage of the game. Very impressive.
Right. They are really boxing out the big men, particularly Bernard Harris and Chapman are doing their job against Larry Pounds and Otto Moore.
Also, Dick, they're not allowing the better shooters on the RTO squad to take a good shot. It's been only Martirez who's taken a shot.
And Otto Moore.
And Otto Moore. They're not the best shots at all.
These were low percentage shots. Another try from the outside with Harris pulling down the miss. A forward pass goes to Boggs Adornado. Adornado signaling his teammates to move in. Dionisio has it. Moves over to the right. Harris from the outside. His shot was a little too short. Didn't have enough of a loop to it. 10 minutes and 18 seconds left. Pounds fires and connects on his first twin-decker. It's 2-all, the first deadlock of the contest.
That's the first time for Pounds to be free of any defender.
Harris loses the ball again. It's speedy Yoyong Martirez recovering the loose ball. Pounds fires again and misses. And Harris unable to control. He was all alone. It hit his finger. This received some good news. Can't tell you about it though. 2-all is the count. 9 minutes and 48 seconds left. This is the first quarter. Chapman missing on a turnaround try. In the front court, it's Tony Torrente, watched by Adornado. Short pass goes to Pounds for the fake. Chapman watching him. And Pounds connects again. That's a second hit from the outside by Larry Pounds. The fire eater of the Tru-Orangemen. Top scorer in the second conference. Big factor in Tru-Orange's championship campaign. That was a hit by Boggs Adornado. It's 4-all. Second tie of the game. 9 minutes and 10 seconds left. First period. Torrente to Pounds. The Tru-Orangemen loom as dark horses in this third conference because of their very impressive showing in the second conference. However, they are going to have a very tough job on their hands, what with a strong local lineup of Toyota and CRISPA, plus their two imports who can be fielded in at the same time. 8 minutes and 40 seconds left. It's a low-scoring game.
It's being fought on the defensive level, Dick.
That's right, and this is what makes it very interesting. Adornado over to Chapman. A beautiful assist for the stuff shot by Irv Chapman. 6-4 for CRISPA's walk-tall combination. Even the scoreboard has been changed to walk-tall. 8 minutes and 18 seconds left. Chapman guilty of a block on Pounds.
The matchups, Dick, on the import side has been as we expected it to be. We expected Harris, for instance, when they go on the offense, to go to the outside, and it will be Pounds taking him because that would leave Moore for the defensive rebound. Hey, by the way, Moore, what was that?
Yes, it looks like something happened there.
I saw a push.
There was a push. Moore is given a technical foul by referee Joe Abias, and it'll be one charity for Bogs Adornado. And, of course, ball possession at the center line for the CRISPA Walk Tall Gene Makers.
And Moore goes over to referee Abias to explain that Barrella was stepping on his toes. And Adornado, who's the only one on the scoring list for his team right now. Actually, there are only 2 players scoring for both teams. Oh, no, the Walk Tall Genes have Chapman as well.
On an assist by Adornado. Adornado is fouled by Marlo Hakutin, who has just come in for Tru-Orange.
In the only victory of the Walk Tall team, they were known then as the CRISPA Redmanizers, it was Adornado who put in the big ones.
Right. There's the attempt and the hit again by Adornado from the left flank this time.
Now he's putting in the big ones.
Miss from the flank by Pounds. A follow-up by Hakutin. Draws the whistle, and there's contact by Tito Varela.
Something wrong with his boxing out there. He's been caught twice already. First time around it was against Miguel Bin, and now Hakutin. And Hakutin is one fellow on the local side of the RTO that has to be boxed out. He doesn't have the outside shot, but he can play a lot inside that lane. And if Moore and Pounds can draw on Harris and Chapman from that lane, Hakutin will have his time inside. And that was an effort of Barrella with a foul to boot that gives Hakutin these chances from the line. Draw is now with 6 points, Walk Tall with 9. 3-point game.
There's a hit by CRISPA. And the count is now 11-6 in favor of the Walk Tall combination. Torrente over to Martirez. Pounds at the low post. Makes his move against Chapman. Under the basket try. And there's contact on the play. A double team effort by Dionisio. And he's guilty of the foul.
Dionisio had to come to succor because Pounds already got a move past Chapman. That was a missed attempt by Torrente. The defender there got a piece of the ball.
Harris from the flank with a fadeaway hit.
And that's a matchup that Edocampo does not want, with Moore taking on Harris. He was forced to take on Harris that time on a switch.
Now it's 13-6 in favor of the Gene Makers. This is the stellar attraction in the opening day of the 3rd conference of the PBA. It'll only be a 1 round-robin affair, so every game counts.
And there's the first hit by Torrente. This is Torrente with his outside shooting. He must give the outside shooting support for his team so that the defense can sag out.
Larry Pounds pulling down a miss by Chapman. Diagonal pass over to Hakutin from Torrente. Give and go play. Hakutin assisting Tony Torrente for the connection. 13-10.
The RTO is looking good on that fast break play. They are used to the fast break play.
And now the lead has been whittled down to just 3 points with 6 minutes and 25 seconds left in this first period. De La Cruz overhead to Chapman. Rather to Harris. Dionisio's pass goes to Adornado, and Adornado is cashing in on the mismatch because Yoyong Martirez has been assigned to him. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left. 15-10 for the Walk Tall Gene Makers. Moore at the low post for the pivot try. Bullseye. Otto Moore connects. 15-12. 6 minutes left. Bong De La Cruz gives it to Chapman. Chapman back again to De La Cruz. Adornado has now been assigned to Hakutin. The attempt by Harris goes over to Tony Torrente. Forward pitch to Pounds. Pounds from his favorite angle connects. The ball rolling around the hoop. 15-14. Just a 1-point lead now by CRISPA. Dionisio moving against Martirez. And the ball is tapped out by Yoyong Martirez. And we've got a timeout. Action time in the front court of the Walk Tall Gene Makers. Hakutin guilty of the contact on the inbound. Adornado will throw in.
Hakutin is facing a tough job there on defense against Adornado.
That's right.
Ed Ocampo is really coaching him from the sideline.
And that's Ed Sporting defense. Beautiful block on Chapman by Otto Moore. Harris for the fade. It's short. Chapman positioning himself perfectly. Another block by Otto Moore. 2 blocks in a row. Unnerved Chapman by Moore. 15-14, Torrente with a go-ahead basket. Now it's 16-15 in favor of Tru-Orange.
And Atacama is using his imports very well. Pounds to take on the man from the who takes the outside shot, and Moore stays inside.
The fake by Adornado. The attempt bounces out. Moore recovering. Torrente in the front court, watched by Adornado. Bounce pass going to Martirez. There's a drive-in play. Pounds beautifully reversing. Wow. He saw Chapman, so he decided to reverse, and it was perfectly executed. Now it's 18-15 for the second conference champions.
And Baby Dalupan has to react. He's sending in Obalde for something. He has to have some change in his defense.
Very possibly for De La Cruz. Chapman hands off to Adornado.
Baby's acting very fast.
Adornado taps the ball over to De La Cruz. He almost lost control of it. Harris shakes off Pounds, fires, and connects. 18-17.
Here is a man you cannot leave alone from 15 feet out.
Bernie Harris, whose fault before when he was playing with Tanduay in the early stages of the second conference was taking too many outside shots.
But now he's perfect. He's perfect.
With Chapman in there to support him off the board.
Especially perfect, Dick, if it were Moore who was taking him on when he goes for the outside shot.
Harris connects again from the left flank this time. Now it's 3 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's 20-19 for Tru-Orange. Pounds misses from the right quarter court. Recovery made by Bong De La Cruz. Walk tall Gene Makers trailing by 1, but they're in possession. Long diagonal cross court to Chapman. Chapman harassed by Torrente. To De La Cruz, back again to Chapman. Chapman looking for Adornado to shake off Hakutin.
The 2 blocks against Chapman has made him change his mind about driving in.
That's right, he's gun shy now, particularly whenever he sees Moore looming in front of him. There's a beautiful assist pass coming from Yoyong Martirez for Larry Pounds, who cut in at just the precise moment.
That was a 4-on-3 fast break play by the RTOs.
22-19, three-pointer by Tru-Orange. Chapman loops one over Moore, getting away that time.
His nerves are still intact.
22-21. He needed that to restore his confidence.
He should be all right.
2 minutes and 45 seconds left. 22-21. Hakutin connects from the outside. Surprise shot by Marlo Hakutin.
And that should please Atacama, because what he's been saying to Hakutin is develop your outside shot.
Chapman fires and misses, but there is a loose ball foul spotted by referee Joe Abias. Hakutin picking up the contact. Adornado is now given a rest, and we've got another timeout.
Come to Frikis Makati, Cubao, Malate, Angeles, and now Mabini. It's really something else.
Freddie Ubalde misses on his first attempt. He's in now with Philip Cesar and Atoy caught, together with De La Cruz and Bernard Harris, with Chapman getting a rest.
And Dick Moore just got his 8th rebound, and that is high. We're just in the first quarter.
That's right, with only 2 minutes left. And Tru-Orange has a 3-point lead. Pounds tries to add on to that and succeeds. 26-21. Larry Pounds makes it a 5-pointer. And Ubalde moves in.
During the timeout, apparently Baby Dalupan has conceded that Chapman is not adequate defense against Larry Pounds, so he's putting in Cesar.
We've got a foul on that last drive-in play. La Lota fouling Philip Cesar. Cesar inbounds over to De La Cruz. Harris playing the outside. The bounce pass to Cesar. He attempts and misses. Torrente snatching the ball away from Harris. In the front court, Tony Torrente waits for his teammates. Martirez to Pounds. 1 minute and 35 left. Pounds fires and misses. Bong De La Cruz successfully blocking out Rudy La Lota for that recovery. 26-21 in favor of Tru-Orange. This is a battle of champions in the PBA. All Filipino champion CRISPA, walk tall Gene Makers, against second conference champions, the Royal Tru-Orange men. Larry Pounds connects, and he is fouled by Philip Cesar. It'll be a 3-point play for Pounds.
1 minute and 15 seconds to go. 28-21 Tru-Orange with a 7-point advantage. The walk tall Genes with 5 team fouls against them. Tru-Orange with 5 fouls likewise. Gene Look dress-up briefs now available, and they'll be available soon for kids. There's going to be a kids version. junior version of Jean-Luc dress-up briefs, and we'd like to invite you to watch out for them. It's got some Marvel superheroes in them, so kids, look out for Jean-Luc juniors.
Bernie Harris firing. He knew that he was going to miss. He came in for the possible recovery, and the ball is knocked out by Otto Moore outside for CRISPA.
A minute and 5 seconds to go, 29-21. It's still 8 points by the Tru-Orangemen.
Harris will inbound. This is the biggest lead of the contest, an 8-point lead by the Tru-Orangemen. Ubalde playing the outside. 56 seconds left in this first quarter. Atoy against Martirez, and he is fouled by Yoyong Martirez.
Yoyong picks up the foul. That's going to be foul number 1. I remember that last few seconds, 6 seconds to go, and Yoyong Martirez stole the ball from Francis Arnaiz. That was exciting.
Actually, the most satisfying steal in his career.
That's right. I never knew the ball game ended until he saw players in the hard court, or other people in the hard court. There was confetti all over the place.
That was
really
Harris
something.
Connecting for the walk-tall Gene Makers, whittling the lead down to 6 points, 29-23. 30 ticks to go in the first quarter. Pounds is fouled by De La Cruz.
De La Cruz picks up foul number 1.
And Pounds,
yes.
And Pounds continues to give the CRISPA Redmanizers problems with his offense.
We only have 26 seconds left in this first quarter. Otto Moore in possession against Bernie Harris. I recall that in the second conference contest, when Tanduay defeated the Tru-Orangemen, it was Bernie Harris
with his
an
outside
excellent performance against Otto Moore. Pounds is blocked. Recovery made by Lalota. Left-handed layup for 2.
Cesar appears to be hurt. He's holding on to his ankle. He's still on the floor. Danny Floro signals him to stay put.
2 seconds to go. They've got to make the attempt, and Harris holds on to the ball too long. After the first period, with Cesar writhing in pain on the hard court, it's 31 for Tru-Orange, 23 for the walk-tall Gene Makers. We'll be back in just a while.
Savings Bank gives you a lot more reasons to save. 1% higher interest than commercial banks. Its interest computed daily and compounded daily. The first bank to do so. Family Savings Bank has more branches to serve you than any other savings bank.
Okay, the first quarter action saw CRISPA with a 41% average at 11 out of 27 tries. They made 11 rebounds against 12 rebounds by RTO. They made, RTO made 52% of their attempts from the field at 14 out of 27 tries. Although RTO had 3 out of 3 from the line for 100%, CRISPA had 1 out of 2 for 50%. 23 points by CRISPA in the first quarter, RTO at 31.
Freddy Ubalde completed a steal with a connection. The steal was off Torrente for the first offensive thrust of the walk-tall Gene Makers in the second period. And we've got a foul by Atoy Ko.
Atoy Ko's first foul. 11 and 23 to go, 31-27.
Just a 4-point lead by Tru-Orange, although they led earlier by 8 points. It's a rally by CRISPA right now, with 45 seconds gone by in this second period. Moore dominating for the follow-up 2. The shot is counted, and there's contact on the play by Gidabin. Could be Gidabin.
That's right.
No, it's Ko's foul.
Second foul now by
Back-to-back fouls by the Fortune Cookie.
And that offensive recovery of Otto Moore is an indication of a weakness on the part of Harris. And this we have noted in the second conference. Harris is one player who does not really box out the opponent.
In the meantime, gentlemen, we have Philip Cesar being given the what Dick called the champagne treatment. His leg is now dipped in the water ice bucket.
Pretty soon it'll be ready to pop.
We certainly hope not.
De La Cruz in possession over to Atoy Ko. Ko with 4 seconds on the game clock. 25-second game clock misses. We've got a recovery by Ubalde, but he steps on the center line, and that's a backing violation going against Freddy Ubalde. Torrente is now given a rest by Mondizon, who was a surprise package of Edo Campo in Game 4 of the second conference championship series.
Oh, he did very well in Game 4. Decent.
That's right, 34-27. 10 minutes and 35 seconds left. Pounds connects again from the left line.
Of course, that man always does very well.
That's right. Pounds certainly worth his weight in gold.
How many pounds? Either in pounds or in kilos.
That's right, a miss by Ko. He has not connected so far. Martirez in the front court. Beautiful assist pass. Dizon makes it.
And Martirez did it without even looking at Dizon. He knows his teammates' moves.
38 to 27, 10 minutes and 5 seconds left. With so many cool and very attractive chicks cheering them on, I don't see how the Orangemen can lose this game.
That's right.
You can hear them cheering in the background. Pounds misses, though. And Ko pulls it down over to Abed Gidabi. 9 minutes and 50 seconds left. Hobalde setting up Gidabin, blocked by Moore. That was not Emmy shrieking, by the way. That was Jackie Quisumbing.
And there's something about the way Otomore blocks when he makes those blocks. He blocks just at the moment of release, so it's hardly called for goaltending. It's a complete contrast, say, to the style of Cyrus Mann on the block.
Yes, it's flawless timing executed by Otomore. The old pro at peak form again in this conference. Hobalde against Montezon. He drives in, lays up, makes it. Left-handed layup, and there's contact by Dizon. 3-point play coming up for Freddie Hobalde.
You know, it's surprising that in spite of all the partying and the receptions and the press conferences and all the cocktails that the San Miguel or the Tru-Orange team has thrown to celebrate their championship, the team has remained intact and in tip-top form. You know, we cannot say at this stage that any of the players are suffering from any victory hangover.
After all, it was their first PBA title, so they were entitled to the celebrations. But you certainly don't see the euphoria affecting the Tru-Orangemen in this conference. They're going at it tooth and nail, very serious, very earnest. Harris from the outside, 38 to 31. Rather to 32. It's a 6-point lead by Tru-Orange. 9 minutes and 7 seconds left. The layup by Pounds is a failure. He follows up, and the shot is counted. With the whistle blowing, there was contact on the play.
Actually, Dick, there's something psychologically that the RTOs are enjoying, because right now, although they are champions in the second conference, they're not really the favored team. So they don't have the psychological pressure of being the team that has to protect something.
As a matter of fact, in a chat I had with Coach Ed Ocampo this afternoon, in one of his relaxed moments at the Manila Stock Exchange, he was opting or hoping for and praying for a victory, two successive victories. And he said, if we can only pull off our first 2 games, then we just might be able to say that we would be in the thick of things.
Some confusion there. I think that's a 3-point play.
It was a 3-point play. The shot went in, although the referee who called the foul did not see that the shot had gone in.
And was giving him another chance at the basket.
That's right. And because of the intervention of Ed Ocampo and Yoyong Martirez, who is the skipper of the Tru-Orange team, the referees were informed about the conversion, and they acknowledged it. 41 to 32, 3-point play completed by Larry Pounds. Atoy Ko from the right flank, his favorite angle. 41 to 34. The lead is down to 7 points, 8 minutes and 45 seconds left. This is the second quarter, and Tru-Orange has the initiative. Pounds missing. Harris recovering. Atoy Ko forward now to Hobalde. Behind the back dribble off Dizon. Hobalde giving it to Chapman with a foul by Dizon on Chapman.
Ocampo is reacting to the shooting. The first shot of Atoy Ko is reacting very early, and he's putting in Paguntalan.
Dizon, in the meantime, picks up foul number 2 with 8 minutes and 34 seconds to go. 41 to 34 is the count.
In game 4, Paguntalan was suffering from the flu, but he saw action because Ed Ocampo felt that his services were needed. And we're glad to see him back on his feet again. There's a foul, a loose ball foul by Abed Gidabin. A backcourt throw-in ensues for Tru-Orange. 8 minutes and 25 seconds left before the end of the first half. Pretty good sized turnout out here for the opening day of the PBA third conference. And we have a very good doubleheader tonight. First game was between Toyota and Gilbey's. That you'll be seeing on a slightly delayed basis right after this live coverage of the contest between the Walk-Tall Gene Makers, that's CRISPA, against the Tru-Orangemen. Second conference champs versus the All-Filipino champs. Hobalde driving against Dizon. He fires and uses a glass for the connection. 41 to 36, 7 minutes and 50 seconds left. Freddie Hobalde recently got into an auto accident. Fortunately, he was unscathed, but his car was heavily damaged. Looks like he hit the curb on Ortiga Street.
That's pretty bad. You know, just a few weeks back, or about a month and a half back, you'll recall, Dick, that Bernie Fabiosa also had some problems with his car. This time it was not an accident. His old car was just taken off the grounds of the Araneta Coliseum.
That's right. It was a car napping incident.
Did he get it back, Dick?
Got it back the following day.
Oh.
We've got some color here between Larry Pounce and Abed Gidabin. And both of them were pointing at each other, looking pretty pugnacious.
Interesting matchup.
There's...
In an article I read in the Sports Weekly magazine, Larry Pounce mentioned Gidabin as the local player that he respects the most for abilities.
For abilities on court, of course.
That's right, on court.
Gidabin
there it is.
makes 2 for 2 from the line.
41-38 is the count. 3 points by Tru-Orange with 7 minutes and 18 seconds to go.
Slowly but surely, the Tru-Orange lead is being eaten away. There's a contact spotted by referee Martirez. Gidabin guilty of the foul.
He has this tendency to get hot.
We've got a timeout. Moore connecting on a feed by Mondizon. Now it's 43-38, a 5-point advantage by Tru-Orange. 7 minutes left before the end of the first half. Here comes Atoy ball. Pumping and missing. Recovery made by Gidabin. He follows up. It's short. Harris with a semi-hook try, partially blocked by Moore, and the ball goes out at the baseline. Paguntalan trying to save it in vain. It'll be a front court throw-in for the walk-tall Gene makers.
The near side of Moore about to make a block and shake the form of any shooter.
This time it was really flawless. There's a running try and a hit by Bernie Harris. Coming from right to left. 43-40. The pressure is still on the Orangemen. Decent crowded by Hobalde. He loses the ball to Hobalde. The quick reflexes of Freddie Hobalde nets him another steal. Atoy wide open for the pump and the miss. Followed up by Gidabin for 2. 43-42, and just a 1-point lead separate both clubs. The Orangemen slows down the pace now. That's Paguntalan slowing it down. Pounds has it. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left. 43-42. Mondizon over to Paguntalan. Paguntalan driving. He was boxed in, and Chapman recovers. The bad pass. Hobalde driving in, seeing the open lane. Drop pass gets away from Hobalde. Recovery made by Paguntalan. Beautiful defensive play by Paguntalan. In the front court, Pounce to Moore. Moore fires, makes it. A clutch shot. And you hear the cheering of the Magnolia girls in the background.
And that was very unselfish play by Larry Pounce. He was free for the shot, but he saw Ottomore, who was also free for the shot, but was nearer the goal.
That's right. The better percentage shot. Atoy and Ottomore got the ball as it bounced off the hoop. It's a bad pass by Larry Pounce intended for La Lota. 45-42.
That recovery of Ottomore was touch and go for a while because he was sort of interfered with the ball when it was still inside the imaginary spear.
That's right. I'll probably need a hearing aid on my right ear very soon. With all the shrieking and screaming going on at my right side.
That's right. 5 minutes and 23 seconds to go. 45-42. Makes me feel insecure, Dick. We've got 4 fouls going against Tru-Orange and 6 against the walk-tall Gene makers.
Beautiful drive-in penetration by Freddie Hobalde. 45-44. Pounce against Chapman. Out again to La Lota. 5 minutes and 5 seconds left before the end of the first half. Paguntalan to the low post man. That's Ottomore for a pivot try. It's a failure. Hobalde gets it. 4 minutes and 55 left. And all of a sudden, the cheering section on our right side is silent with Freddie Hobalde connecting. No reaction from the girls that time. Here comes Dizon laying up and missing. Recovery made by Harris over to Fabiosa. 4 minutes and 42 seconds left. Hobalde loses control of his dribble and he travels.
We've got 4 minutes and 40 to go. A substitution is being made. We've got Yoyong Martirez coming in for Dizon. 46-45. A timeout has already been called by the walk-tall Gene Makers. Tru-Orange is yet to call its timeout in this second quarter. Right now, we've got 6 fouls against CRISPA and 4 against Tru-Orange with 4:32 to go.
Lalota in possession for the Orange. He gets away from Abed Gidabin, fires, and he's blocked. Blocked by Harris. 4 minutes and 22 seconds left before the end of the first half. A pass by Hubalde was feeble, and Lalota almost had an interception.
Hubalde is playing a very beautiful game, and he's playing as a guard. One of the rare times he's employed as a guard by maybe the Lupa.
That's right. Ko has not been effective for CRISPA this evening. A steal by Martirez, and there's a foul by Hubalde. A backcourt foul? No. There was no possession clearly established by Yoyong Martirez, so it's just a foul in the backcourt. A loose ball foul.
Hubalde. That's going to be foul number 1 by Freddie Hubalde with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go. He's now being replaced by Bugs Adornado. 46-45. CRISPA now up by 1 point with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go, and the game is in progress.
Freddie Hubalde was responsible for this CRISPA lead. Pounds driving and drop pass to Moore for the slam dunk.
Expected that already.
Beautiful assist by Larry Pounds, setting up Otto Moore, 47-46.
And very good teamwork. They practice a lot with that kind of an offense. There is a double team on Pounds. Look for the pass to Otto Moore.
Gidabin had to hustle for that pass coming from Fabiosa. He'd made his move. And there's a foul by Lalota on Abed Gidabin. And as he fashions his charities, you know, our good friend Nicholas Studley has come up with new fabrics and new styles, especially and exclusively styled for that comfortable, casual new look. Now, Nicholas Studley has chosen and designed these new fabrics with a well-organized textile mill. So you're sure you're getting the best in casual wear. Nicholas Studley at your favorite stores.
47-46. We've got 3:40 to go. Lalota is now being replaced. We have Miguel Bin in, and Gidabin connects. Or his second shot. That should be the 7th point by Abed Gidabin. It's 47 all right now.
3:35 left before the end of the first half. Larry Pounds with a drop pass to Moore. Recovery made by Martirez as Moore lost that pass. Moore is open for the snap shot. A little long. Good line, but a little long. Chapman over to Fabiosa. Fast break by CRISPA. Gidabin blocked by Moore. Recovered by Paguntalan over to Martirez. It's a fast break for Tru-Orange this time. Miguel Bin blocked by Chapman. But there is a traveling violation by Miguel Bin prior to the block by Chapman. It'll be a turnover for CRISPA as Tito Varela reports in for duty.
3 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Abed Gidabin is now being replaced. We have Varela in.
Gidabin, who came in for that layup with Otto Moore right in front of him, could have made a drop pass instead. 3 minutes left before the first half ends, and we've got Adornado with a fake. He fires from the right flank, and Pounds beats Harris to that recovery. Martirez in the front court. 2 minutes and 48 seconds left. The handoff. Pounds fires and misses. Harris all alone for that recovery. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. This is the second quarter in the game between Tru-Orange and CRISPA. Fabiosa driving. He's crowded. Loose ball recovered by Chapman. He couldn't control.
2 minutes and 31 seconds. We've got a timeout. 57 all right now. The moment the walk-tall Jeans were able to play a beautiful play, we had JQ making comments like a true CRISPA fanatic, saying that CRISPA is playing an inspired game tonight, and not even the Harlem Globetrotters could stop them. End of quote. 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go. 47 all.
That shot. Tito Varela in the front court for CRISPA. The handoff to Adornado. He gets a screen. A tight shot, but Adornado gets it in off Paguntalan.
2 passes, and Adornado gets the screen, and that's all he needs to make a shot. Just give him a screen.
49-47. After a long period of trailing, the CRISPA walk-tall Gene Makers are on top by 2 points. 1 minute and 42 seconds left. Pounds over to Paguntalan. Paguntalan against Joy Dionisio. Passes back to Moore. Moore loses the ball. It's picked up by Dionisio. Good ball hawking by Adornado. 2-on-2 situation. The handoff to Boggs. He fires and makes it again. Top of the key hit by Adornado. 4-point advantage now by the Gene Makers with 1 minute and 20 seconds left.
And Edo Campo is going to send in Hakutin, who did a good defensive job on Adonado in the first quarter.
That's right. Otto Moore harassed by Harris. Or harassed by harass. Otto Moore blocked and fouled on that play by Adonado. That'll be 2 charities for Otto Moore. Penalty situation, 3 to make 2 situation.
A minute and 4 seconds to go. 51-47. Miguel Bin is now being replaced. We have Paguntalan also being replaced. Torrente is in together with Marlo Hakutin. A minute and 4 seconds to go. I've got some news for young kids. Your favorite Marvel superheroes, the Incredible Hulk, Spider-Man, Captain America, and others are now captured on the Gene Look Junior Briefs. Look for them at your favorite department stores. That's the Marvel superheroes on Gene Look Junior Briefs. You'll be excited the moment you see them. They're nice to see, they're nice to wear, and they're comfortable. And that's Gene Look Junior Briefs. Go get them now. 56 seconds to go. 51-49 is the count.
Harris gets a pass and gives it back to Dionisio. Dionisio, crowded by Moore this time, waits for the open man. Adornado comes around, drives in. He is crowded and boxed in, and he loses the ball. A block by Pounds and a pass. Torrente recovering over to Martirez. No, he traveled. He was going to pass to Yoyong Martirez, but he had a second thought, and this threw him off. 35 ticks left. Dionisio setting up the play for the walk tall Gene makers. Adornado spinning around, driving in the drop pass for Harris. Harris loops it over the head of Moore. Good assist coming from Adornado. 53-49. Pounds crowded. Chapman sagging out, and Hakutin against Tito Varela. He passes out to Pounds. 12 seconds left before the end of the half. And Tru-Orange elects to run out the clock. They'll take the attempt in the closing 5 seconds. That's Moore now, firing and connecting. 53-51. 1 second to go, and there goes a halftime horn. In just a while, we'll tell you how they scored individually in the first half. Right now, let's pause for these reminders.